Hi, it's Nicholas Jackman here. It's MedTech World 2025 in Malta. Filip Peters is here with me from Accurai. Has come a long way, and the company has come a long way since inception. Yes, good to have you here today, Filip.
Thanks for having us.
Cool. Accurai. I'm pronouncing it right, yeah?
So we have a few different pronunciations around the world at this point. Accurai is sort of what I say. The French go for Accurai, the Brazilians go for Assurai, so pick your...
The ending with the AI is nice. It reflects in with our current times, you know?
So
but obviously for product branding and marketing, Accurai.
Yes. I mean, so the name comes from a combination of three words, acoustic, core, and AI. So we're listening to the heart with the help of AI.
And at the moment, doing immense things in heart failure, I guess non-invasive machine to allow data to, I guess, to increase quality of life for people. Can you tell me a little bit more about, I guess, specific technologies you're working with?
Yeah, so heart failure, sort of the last stop of the cardiovascular disease spectrum. The lifetime risk now is 25% of us developing heart failure, so it's a huge problem, and managing these patients is the tricky part. What we do know for a fact is that managing them with the help of the cardiac and pulmonary pressures, so the blood pressures inside the heart, is the single most valuable way of managing these patients.
You have internal pumps built in?
So today you either have to do it through a right heart catheterization procedure. You go into the cath lab, you get a catheter inserted, or you have a permanent implantable sensor implanted into either the pulmonary artery or to the left atrium. And that's obviously not scalable, so what we came up with was the Accurai heart monitor, which is a non-invasive multimodal sensor device based on AI, which is able to estimate these cardiac and pulmonary pressures and the hemodynamics non-invasively. And we are predominantly focused on treating hospitalized heart failure patients better, offering healthcare professionals a better tool to navigate their patients.
And to be able to determine when, if there's going to be another episode or...
So I think for us, the big unmet need is really optimizing inpatient care better. So 80% of heart failure costs are associated with the hospitalization event. What healthcare professionals need today is a tool to better understand how they should adjust medical therapy, which patients are fit for discharge, really quite rudimentary decisions where they are just not able to get the information about the patients and how they're responding to therapy that they need today, and that's where we come in.
I guess even if it's near end of life, the individual gets to return to their families and home. It's better for the patient in many ways. The information that you're providing is something
100%. Better for the patient. We are able to optimize the therapy better. We're able to send home patients that are truly stable so that they don't come back with another acute decompensation just a few days later. And for the hospitals, it's a win-win as well, right? We're able to reduce costs, improve the profitability, and hopefully open up those beds for other procedures that require more advanced care.
Which territories have been most open to the product?
So half of the world's market for heart failure is in the US, which is a staggering number. So US is our first and foremost focus, and that's where we've seen the most interest from hospital system investors, and also from a regulatory perspective. We're FDA breakthrough device designated, we have access to the TAP pilot, and it's just been a much easier process than...
So it's obviously in good standing. The Medicaid, etc., they'll only finance tools which are proven to work and be effective in terms of patient care. You've managed to sway them around, or it's part of it?
So we have existing reimbursement codes that we can leverage. So our goal is to convince the buyers, who are the hospitals and the health systems, that we can reduce costs, right? And that's where our upcoming pivotal study, the HOSP-HF study, is coming in, kicking off in January actually, which will be 1,000 patients across Singapore, Europe, and the US, proving out exactly this.
Right? That should do it. 1,000 will be. It's quite a big undertaking. I guess your team are experienced enough to handle such a major study.
So we just completed a 1,600,
okay.
So we're heading the other direction. But I think 1,000, it is a sizable number. I think it's a number that people will see and think, there is no doubt here that this thing works, right? So for us, it's as much about regulatory approval as it is about commercial traction.
Right. At the event here in Malta, in this not a clinical space, but definitely it's a healthcare, an ancient healthcare environment for this place. How do you feel walking the walls? Talk with the people. Are you going to get to talk on stage? You're going around from booth to booth. How are you dealing with this summit?
It's a very intimate conference, which I like about it. So, the who's who of MedTech is here. So, seeing some old contacts, making some new ones. Surprisingly, a number of investors and health systems from the US here that I haven't interacted with before. So it's a bit of a mix of both.
The idea of cost savings should get their hearts pumping.
It's popular all around the world. Yeah.
Filip, thanks very much for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
Nicholas signing off from MedTech World.